Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and this is Coco, and today is our CAL 2023 colour reveal for April. Before we get started, Coco would like some morning tea and she'd like to say woof woof to all of you. Hope you're all doing well. I've got her chicken here, some of her very favourite treats or treat. I shall pop her on the floor now so that she can enjoy that. Here we go. While we carry on and chat about our CAL, choose our colours, reveal the wild card, and for those of you who are following along with our stitch sampler blanket, you'll also get the stitch or stitches for the month. So let's get started. Let's have a little look at our calendar, our spectacular Sydney, and for the month of April, here we are here. It is the Anzac Memorial in Hyde Park. Hyde Park, for those of you that aren't familiar, is a beautiful park here in Sydney. It's a huge span of area. There's always something going on there, and as you can see, it is very, very green, but I can certainly see some other colors in there. I'm so sorry about the little light in the corner, but it's just hiding some of the green. And I think that might be long enough for everyone to get an idea of the colours that we can look forward to incorporating in our blankets this for this month of April. Now, April is also when we commemorate and celebrate all of our war heroes in who fought in the war. The Anzacs represents Australia and New Zealand, and that's why I'm guessing they put that one in for April for us to be reminded, as they say, lest we forget, and we should never do that because they sacrifice for all of us. Anyway, that's another story. So let's get started. I've got my little prop which worked last week so that I can raise our little box where we'll be adding all our colours. Now, as always, there we go. I've taken the liberty of having a little look beforehand, and I will pull out the colours and show you that I saw in there, and hopefully you did as well. So we saw yellow. And we saw green, definitely saw a lot of green, very beautiful and lush green gardens in Hyde Park. Now I saw purple, which was more of a violet colour, but regardless, it's in the purple family. How exciting for me, I love purple. We saw some black. There was definitely the grey, in the buildings. Now, I think some people overseas spell grey with an A. I'm not sure, but this is definitely grey. And we also saw white. And last but not least, we certainly did see a variety of blues. So blue. Now, as always, this is my favourite part. So what we're going to do, for those of them that have just joined us, or, just a little reminder of what we do every month with our colour choices, I will randomly choose 3 colours, and then I'll give you the wild card colour as well, which makes it 4 colours in total for the month of April. So let's shake. I love this part. Blue. Blue has been very, very popular, but as we know, we can use any shade of blue tone that we want. Or you might want to use the same blue throughout your blanket. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. What else have we got? Black. That one has been in there from the very beginning. And lucky last. Oh, wow, white. Okay, so we got, let me just move this out of the way. So we got the blue, the black, and the white. And our wild card colour for April is going to be red. Now, for those of you that are saying, but Litsa, where did you see red? Let me show you where I saw red. I looked very long and very hard. And there it is, right there. So I thought, red has been appearing in pretty much every month, so let's put red in there as the wild card. So there we go, they're our colors: black, white, blue and red. So they're our colors that we'll incorporate in our blanket. So let me just show you mine, where we're at the moment. And this is obviously the stitch sampler blanket. So on top of all our double crochets, we are now going to talk about the stitches that we'll be incorporating in our stitch sampler blanket. If you're not creating a stitch sampler blanket, please add it to whichever style blanket you're making, and it'll just be amazing to stop there. But for us that are doing the stitch sampler blanket, let me explain to you why I'm giving you 2 stitches for the months of April and May. But rest assured everybody that for May, so I'll be coming on in 2 weeks on the 4th of March to choose another set of 4 colors, which will all incorporate as our May colors. So it doesn't stop here just because I'm giving you 2 stitches. I will definitely be choosing another 3 plus a wild card 4 colors for May. So rest assured that will be happening. But the reason why I've chosen to release the 2 stitches together, and I'll tell you what they are for our stitch sampler. So the April's stitch will be the window stitch, and I will show you that. And then May will be the half double crochet, so on top of it. So we're going to build it like that. Now the reason being is, and I'll show you an example, this is just on the bottom, that is just the window stitch on its own. But when you add the half double crochet in between, see how the width of your blanket stays the same across the whole blanket for the entirety, for the length, whereas the window stitch on its own, it caves in on itself, or collapses in or goes in a little bit. So we're trying to avoid that as much as we can. Of course, sometimes it may happen a little bit, but doing this ensures that we get a better end result. So this is the reason why I've chosen to release the 2 stitches together, building the window stitch and then on top the half double crochet. In essence, let's say for example, if you were doing, you've started off with the 8 rows per month, you will still only do 8 rows for April. So it'll be window, half double crochet, 4 times, because that will give you 8 rows. So you'll do 4 rows of each, building it up to 8. Now, next month, when I release May's colors, you're just going to continue with the window and the half double crochet, building it up another 8 rows if you're doing 8, for example, and that will give you the total amount of rows for the 2 months using the 2 lots of different colors for the 2 months. Now, let me show you up close what it looks like. And also, I would like to inform you that I will be releasing a video straight after this one in conjunction with this month's stitches, April and May, which will show you how to actually crochet them and build them up together if you need to see, a little visual of how it works. And even if you don't, please go ahead and watch it. It will excite me to know and to hear what your thoughts are about that video. So this is what it's going to look like. So we're going to build on the double crochets. Let me put it the right side. So that this is the stitch that we had for March, and then we're going to do the window stitch and then the half double crochet on top. Just a little reminder for those of you that may need it. A window stitch is, that's what I'm calling it. So basically it's a double crochet, then a chain, and then a double crochet. And that's how you end up with your little window. And you do that all across your row, and at the very ends are going to be your soldiers, depending on what your stitch count is. And remember, that's the most important thing. Always be mindful of what your stitch count is. You will either end up with 1 double crochet at one end and then 2 at the other, and that's all explained in the video for you, or 1 and 1 at each end. And then on top of all those, the way that we do the half double crochet, how we add it is every single double crochet gets a half double crochet on top, and where the chain space is in your windows, you do a half double crochet around that and you build it across. Now, as always, I highly recommend that you use your stitch markers at either end because you don't want to be dropping or picking up stitches. And the other thing that is very, very important, and do it, you know, after the first row, you know, very important when you add your first lot of window stitches on top of your double crochets, please go in there and count. And the way that you count is every double crochet has a stitch and every chain has a stitch. So in total, you should have whatever your starting chain was. So for example, mine is 182. So I have to make sure that that is what my first row has, because when I add my half double crochets, it'll be another point to be actually able to double check. So if you do that a few times throughout, you know, your crochet journey for this month, you shouldn't go wrong. Very simple and very quick stitches, both of them. So I think they should be a lot of fun to add to our blankets. I'm certainly looking forward to it. The colors are great because, you know, they're going to be a little bit contrasty. So like, especially with the black and the white in there. And that means that you know, we can see a definition between the months as well. The other thing is too, that if you have any variegated yarns or stripy yarns that don't have a huge stripe, or even so, depending on the stripe, if you've got black and white, remember you can use that as well. If you've got something that's got black, red, white, blue in it, all in one, how amazing would that be to add, if you wish to your blanket? I certainly will be looking for something in my stash that I think would have the black and the white in it. But in saying that, I can't wait to get stuck into it all. But they're just my thoughts as we're actually talking about adding our colors, where my mind's going as we're speaking. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So let's just do a little recap. Our colors for April: black, white, blue, and red. Any shade, any palette that you choose from. And like I said, you might want to continue with the same one that you've put in a few other times. Totally up to you. That's what's so exciting about this project. Now, I have released April and May's stitches for our stitch sampler blanket, but rest assured that next month, so in 2 weeks, May's colors will be coming out as well. Now, the next lot of colors will be coming out on Saturday, the 4th of March. And I like to do this because I started last, you know, release of colors. When we finish April's colors, we'll actually be a third of the way through our blanket. So this project is really, seems to be, you know, getting put together very, very quickly, which I think is very exciting. So be mindful of that as well. Please do go and watch our video if you need to show you how to build your blanket for the Stitch Sampler blanket. As always, please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me via the comments down below, an email, through Instagram, and always remember that you can post your progress of your blankets on Instagram so we can all see them and share, or just send them to me via email and I would be more than happy to showcase them on our next podcast. It's so exciting to see everybody's blankets growing, and how, although we're using the same colors, well, you know what I mean, not the exact same colors, but the colors, how, like the variety that's coming back, and some are just so similar and yet so different. It's just it amazes me how something so simple can create so many beautiful projects. So thank you once again for joining us and crocheting along with us. I cannot wait to see the progress. And thank you again for making this one of the nicest community projects that I've ever been involved in. I've never actually done a cowl with anyone at the same time that they're releasing it. I've always done it in the future because, you know, I haven't had an opportunity to do that and didn't really think about it before, but I can see why it is so much fun for people to try to keep up as the colors and the stitches are being released. Now, of course, as we said at the very beginning, do not feel any pressure. Do the best that you can, because there's always going to be opportunity to catch up. But just the fact that we're doing together is wonderful. So I will leave you all on that note so you can get your colors together. Watch the video that's going to be accompanying this one if you need to, or if even not, please watch it. And get crocheting. Send me all your photos or any feedback or any questions, and I cannot wait to get started on mine as well, because the window stitch I think is a very fun stitch, so I'm really looking forward to adding that to our blanket. And it kind of balances out, because we've had the solid stitch when we started the half double crochet, then we had the beautiful V stitches, then we added the solid again, and now we're going to have the open stitches again. So it's giving it a little bit of a nice visual effect as well, which is, you know, something that's very important when we're creating something. So I will actually leave you now. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care. And it is the start of the weekend, so I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.